Hello everyone, my name is Ananya Rajput, a law intern at Lexis and Company. So today I'm going to talk about sexual harassment of women at workplace. Now sexual harassment is a behavior. It is defined as an unwelcome behavior of sexual nature. Sexual harassment at workplace is a widespread problem in the world where it is a developed nation or a developing nation or an underdeveloped nation. Atrocides against women is common everywhere. It is a universal problem giving negative impact on both men and women. It is happening more with women gender in particular. How much ever one try to protect, prohibit, prevent and give remedies, such violation will always take place. It is a crime against women, who are considered to be the most vulnerable section of the society. That is why they have to suffer all these immunes starting from female feticide, human trafficking, stalking, sexual abuse, sexual harassment to the most heinous crime, rape. It is unlawful to harass a person because of that person's sex. Harassment can include sexual harassment or unwelcome sexual advances, request for sexual favors, and other verbal or physical harassment of a sexual nature. Sexual harassment is unwelcome sexual behavior which could be expected to make a person feel offended, humiliated, or intimidated. It can be physical, verbal, and written. Now, one of the difficulties is to understand this concept as it involves a range of behaviors. Even the victims find it difficult to explain what they have experienced. There have been efforts from both nation and international level. Still, there is no single definition which can define prohibited behavior. The international instrument defines sexual harassment as violence against women and discriminatory treatment, which is a broad definition compared to the national laws. National laws focus on the illegal conduct more. In general sense, it is known as unwelcome sexual favor and other verbal or physical conduct of a sexual nature that tends to create a hostile or offensive work environment. The Supreme Court of India defines sexual harassment as any unwelcome sexually determined behavior, whether it be direct or indirect, such as physical contact and advancement, a demand for request or request for sexual favors, sexually colored remarks, showing pornography, and any other welcome physical, verbal, or non-verbal conduct of sexual nature. A key part of the definition is the use of the word unwelcome. Such unwelcome or uninvited conduct act is totally prohibited. Sexual or romantic interaction between consenting people at work may be offensive to observers or may also lead to the violation of the workplace policy, but it is not a sexual harassment. Now, sexual harassment is one of the biggest problems our women are facing today in different sectors of life. We rarely pass through a week without a reminder of these kinds of incidents, which should be termed as social problems. It is a growing problem, and all are trying to their best to combat this problem by adopting new policies and measures. The definition of sexual harassment varies from the person to person and from jurisdiction to jurisdiction. The definition of sexual harassment in simple word is any unwanted or inappropriate sexual attention. It includes touching, looks, comments, or gestures. A key part of sexual harassment is that it is one-sided and unwanted. There is a great difference between sexual harassment and romance and friendship, since those are mutual feelings of two people. Often sexual harassment makes the victim feel guilty, but it is important for the victim to remember that it is not her fault. The fault lies totally on the person who is a harasser. Sexual harassment affects all women in some form or the other. Lewd remarks, touching, vulve, whistles, looks are the part of any woman's life, so much that so that it is dismissed as normal. Working women are no exception. In fact, working women most commonly face the backlash to women tackling new roles which belong to male domains within patriarchy. Sexual harassment at work is an intention of violence in everyday life and is discriminatory, exploitative, thriving in the atmosphere of threat, terror, and reprisal. It has been observed that there are lots of sexual harassment incidents taking place in the workplace, but the victim fear to report the same to the higher officials or the concerned authorities. They fear to file a complaint against such offenders who does such heinous acts. The fear is due to the fear of boss, fear of guilt in the society that they might have to face, fear of being thrown out from a job or being demoted, fear that it will jeopardize their career, as in it will put a blot on their resume and would render them unhireable. Some women have lack of knowledge, they do not know what exactly qualifies as sexual harassment and fail to report the same. Every country is facing this problem daily. No female worker is safe, and the sense of security is lacking in them. There are certain development in laws of many countries to protect women workers from sexual harassment. There was a very famous Silanma case, Vishakha and others versus state of Rajasthan, in which it was laid down the guidelines for preventing and redressal of the complaints by women who were sexually harassed at workplace. The guidelines entrusted the employer within the obligation to provide a safe and women-friendly environment. Now we have Special Act for Curbing Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace, which has been discussed. Other legislation which try to prevent sexual harassment are Indian Penal Code, the Incident Representation of Women, the Industrial Dispute Act and the Factories Act. The Protection of Human Rights Act 1993 should also be considered as the right of women and are also human right and need to be protected at any cost. One can prevent the issue at different level, government, organizational and individual level, by trying to prevent this issue by confronting them and not blaming anyone.